people, Christmas is around the corner. I want to talk about something that's not about Christmas, but I don't know why I said that. But yeah, let's talk about the smear campaign. Let's talk about the smear campaign. The narcissist does the smear campaign during the relationship and after the relationship. Let me get deeper. Listen, you better listen to the end, you know. So, when I was with the narcissist and I met the family members and stuff, I felt like, why does this person's family not really like me like that? Or they're not really like being warm and welcoming. And then I realized something. What did your girl realize? I realized that they put out a smear campaign whilst we're in a relationship. So they'll say little sneaky things. So let's just say the narcissist says, I am an alcoholic, let's just say. They could say, okay, this person seems to be drinking a little bit too much. But I'm sure it's fine, but, you know, she got a bit drunk last night. So that's how they sowed the seed that time, right? That's whilst you're together. So it seems innocent. It doesn't seem like snitching or gossiping or being two-faced. It's just basically saying, she got drunk last night and a bit too much drunk. She seems to be getting drunk these days. Like he or she will be saying stuff like that to just sow the seed to their family members, friends, whoever they're doing a smear campaign with. Okay, cool. And then when you leave the relationship, whether they leave you, you leave them, doesn't matter what happens, doesn't matter what lie they're going to use, they're going to say, I had to leave her. Let's just say you left them, right? Because your mental health, you were depressed, anxious, you were a mess, you were a shell of a person. So you left and you said to yourself, okay, I'm going to leave this person. And the narcissist says, okay, they go to their family members and the smear campaign, this is what they'll say. I had to leave her, you know. She's an alcoholic. It's got really, really bad. Bearing in mind, there could be some truth to that. The truth could be, you could have started drinking more to tolerate the abuse. You're not an alcoholic. You just started drinking more to tolerate the abuse, right? And they've used that little bit of truth and twisted it to make you look like the bad person or someone with issues, right? Okay, cool. Bearing in mind, they could be alcoholic themselves or on drugs or gambling or whatever it is they're dealing with, but they're going to look at your weaknesses, right? And maybe every time that family member sees you, you have a drink in your hand, or you're a little bit tipsy, or you're a little bit outgoing because you've had a few drinks. So they're going to believe it because it's a little bit of truth that you really get how they move, right? So when they smear you to the ground now, they're going to believe them. They're going to believe the knock. Why? Because they've seen you drunk. You've always been drinking. And maybe they've seen you on the street and you look a mess because remember, you're healing. You've just got out of the relationship, you're on the run, maybe you've got to raise kids, you ain't got time to be brushing hair and doing any of that grooming stuff. So they see you looking a hot mess. But you'll glow up, don't worry about it. They see you looking a hot mess and they'll be like, oh my God, you're right, she's an alcoholic. I saw her the other day, da, da, da. So the smear campaign, that's why they love it. That's why they always do it. They will always do it because it works. It works. The thing is, they can know what the narc's like and they will still believe it. It's such a mess. But the thing that helped me, I feel like the smear campaign didn't affect me that much. And because of that, is because I just started fresh. No mutual friends. Don't talk to the family. I told my family, don't talk to him. Cut it off. It was so hard to untangle because we had businesses together, we had a kid together, so there was so much tangled up. But understand that the only thing that attaches him to me now is our child. However, the smear campaign, the way the smear campaign's working now is, I'm a bad mother, I won't let him see his child, when that is not the truth at all. But I let him run with that. He can't use anything else now, because he can't say I'm addicted to this, that and the other, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, what can you really say? You could do, like the judge could do a drug test on me now, nothing's coming up, right? I look better, way better than I did with the narcissist. You know, I'm doing better, I'm actually making moves, and this is in real life, this is not even online. Offline, yeah. And when people see me, I'll still talk to you, just because you're the narc's family member. I'll be like, hi, you're right. I gotta go, bye. I'll just keep it quick and snappy. But when I spoke to one of the narcissists auntie, and I told her, this is the early stages, right? I said, oh, he's like this. She was like, I thought you knew he was like this. Everyone knew but you. Hey, just so I'm thinking, but at the time I'm thinking that she's believing him and his smear campaign, but she's like, we don't really mess with him like that, so they're fake, right? The enablers are fake, but we don't really mess with him like that. We know what he's like. We just thought you knew what he's like. We're surprised you even stayed with him that long. I'm thinking, but none of you came up to me whilst I was in the relationship and told me nothing. You guys gave me looks, and this is the point I'm trying to make. That's why I've spoke so much in this video. Oh my God, I know how to talk for England. What I'm trying to say is, the looks you were getting when you were with the narcissist, maybe a family function, maybe it's a friendship, and when you and the narc friend would go with the narc's friends, their narc's friends would look at you weird. Like, best believe they've done a smear campaign against you whilst you were in a friendship relationship, and afterwards it was just the cherry on top of the cake. They didn't have to do much or say much at all, and it's so effortless. It's never like, oh, it never comes across as evil or demonic, or never come across like they hate you. It come across like they're actually, like, you're going downhill, you're a mess, and they're trying to help. I'm really trying to help her, you know. She's just so obsessed with her baby father. It's disgusting, and I'm really trying to help, but she's addicted to drugs, and she keeps drinking, and I'm really trying to help her, but she keeps gambling. And they could have seen you in the casino once. You've gambled once in your life, once in that year, and now you're you're addicted to gambling all of a sudden. So understand the smear campaign. Don't take it personally, and it's so hard for someone to tell you that, and it's like, but you don't know what I'm going through. Especially if the smear campaign is within your church or within your community. Like, it's very difficult to get out of that, but just ignore it. Just know that these people know what they're like. They're just as toxic as them. They know what they're like, and they know what you like. And really and truly, one thing you need to remind yourself is only God can judge you. Remember that.